What an undeniably extraordinary celebration tonight is. We hope you have friends and family watching with you as we celebrate you, On Track Academy, Class of 2020. Though we're not physically together, we are together in our hearts and spirit. This virtual video will represent your year, all that you've accomplished, and all the pride those who care about you and love you are feeling. There will be some traditional aspects and unique representations. Our superintendent, Dr. Shelley Redinger, and school board members will speak. You will hear from your teachers and see images that capture each of you. Chris Burke has some words about gratitude for you. Please know how grateful we are for this family called On Track Academy.
My name is Audrey Simon. I'm from On Track Academy and I'm class of 2020. My high school career has been far from ordinary. I dropped out about 5 months into my freshman year because I could not see a future for myself. The months that followed my dropout were really difficult for me, but I now know that they were necessary. I had no friends and my grandma struggled to pay our bills. So I turned to watching an incredible amount of YouTube while barely leaving my bed. I thought my brain was beginning to melt, so I decided to look at options for myself. I found On Track right as my sophomore year was beginning. I enrolled as quickly as I could and started working towards some sort of future. My sophomore year was difficult. I struggled with showing up every day until I made a few friends and it didn't feel as lonely. It didn't take long for me to realize how different On Track was from the traditional school I attended. The staff surrounding me cared about my well-being and wanted me to make it in this world. We're all here because we chose to commit to our education. We worked twice as hard to get our diplomas, and we all deserve this moment. Our high school careers aren't all the same, but they're far from being ordinary. The coronavirus has changed things for us, but it makes these 4 years even more unique to us. The summer before my junior year, I became homeless. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to stay with my best friend until my housing situation was fixed. I got involved in student leadership during my junior year, and it gave me the opportunity to strengthen my relationship with staff and students. This year, I started Running Start to prepare myself for college, and although the work is hard, I know it will be worth it in the end. The staff at the school pushed me to give myself more credit and believe in myself. These past 3 years at On Track have given me so much more than just an education. I have gained a family, I've had the opportunity to learn more about myself, and it allowed me to begin growing into the person that I want to be. Class of 2020, this is our moment, and it's up to us to take what we have learned at On Track and spread the message of compassion and create what's next.
Hi, my name is Kai Holquist. I'm so proud to say that I'm a graduate of On Track's 2020 class. Individually, all of us have overcome obstacles. I personally have heard so many empowering underdog stories from the comfort of these On Track classrooms. I know comfort and classroom do not sound like they belong in the same sentence, but at On Track, it's hard not to feel that way. It's hard not to feel at home when you're welcomed with at least 10 people who are purely excited just to see you. On Track is not just a school. On Track is so much more. For most, it's a safe place. I have to thank the incredibly amazing staff for that. They taught each and every one of us to drop your ego at the door and be who you are and who you want to be, not who you've been told you are. Individually, we are strong, intelligent, and hardworking young adults. Together, we are a family. I'm so proud of us. My school mom, most of you know her as Karen, once said to me, "Look where you were when you came here, and hun, look where you are now." No other words have encouraged me more. Look at us. We overcame those obstacles, we got help in safe environments, and now we're graduating. Thank you to my family, my friends, and my teachers. I will never forget the support you gave me these last few years. I'd like to ask you, as a graduate of On Track Academy, to bring the love and acceptance you felt here to the world before you. Remember where you came from. It makes you who you are. And if you remember On Track, you will never feel alone. With that in mind, here's to the start of a new chapter.
My name is Leo Winkleman, and I'm graduating class of 2020 from On Track Academy. Dear class of 2020, this school year was far from normal, and graduation is cherry on top of this chaotic year. I say normal, but has anyone ever experienced what a normal high school life is supposed to be like? I certainly didn't. I know several of my fellow students definitely did not. While this is a very different way of graduating, we still made it and achieved a major milestone in life. At the age of 12, I attempted to end my life and stayed in the hospital for 10 days. I was struggling, I felt misunderstood, and completely alone. The past few months, I have gained a following on social media, educating others about mental health and helping others feel less alone. I have chosen to be vulnerable and open about my experiences. I've received messages from people I've never met that shared part of their story with me. They decided to reach out and trust me with amazing and sometimes horrifyingly traumatic experiences. I feel truly honored to hear a stranger's story and knowing that they trust me enough to share such a vulnerable part of who they are. Anyone who knows me knows that I love musicals, specifically Dear Evan Hansen, a Broadway show about anxiety and depression. In one of the songs, Evan gives a speech at school during a memorial ceremony. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. The teachers and staff of On Track have helped me through so much. Without them, I wouldn't be helping others feel less alone. I wouldn't be trying my best to break the stigma about mental health, about depression, anxiety, eating disorders, PTSD, ADHD, and so much more. To the staff of On Track, without you, the students who have graduated in the past, the future students who have yet to graduate, and the students graduating today would not have made it. You recognize that we are unique, that we aren't robots, and that we may be struggling with life outside of school. To the teachers on track, you understand that no one learns in the same way and always try to find tools that best benefit each student. You engage with students' learning and always check in with where we are at. You show that you truly care about us and that we're able to achieve more than we ever felt that we could. To my parents, you've supported me through everything. You believed in me when no one else did. The encouragement and love that I've felt, I will forever be grateful for, even if I haven't shown it. To future graduates, you will get through high school even when life gets hard. It may seem pointless to continue and might even feel as though no one understands how you feel. The staff of On Track will listen to you and make you feel loved. On Track Academy is more than a school. The staff and students become family. To the class of 2020, we did it. We made it through senior year during this chaotic mess. This showed us how resilient we truly are. If a teacher or family member has ever told you that you would never graduate, you can now look at them with confidence and tell them you did.
Hello, my name is Ashley Henniger, and I am part of the senior graduating class of 2020 at On Track Academy. Some people say that high school will be the best 4 years of your life. I want you all to know that it is totally okay to disagree with that statement. It's okay for those 4 years to be confusing and awkward and quite possibly the worst and hardest 4 years of your life. It's okay to break traditions and go outside the norm. Trust me, I would know a lot about going outside the norm. Not to bring the whole mood down, but the first 2 years of my high school experience were the most miserable years of my life. Those 2 years were filled with failing my classes, feeling like an outcast, and the thought of dropping out. I was dealing with a lot at the time with family and school drama. I felt like people were moving away from me, and nobody wanted to talk to me a lot of the time. I started to feel lonely in a room full of people. I had some good friends, of course, and making the decision to leave them behind to pursue alternative learning was really hard. I questioned myself often whether I made the right choice or not, but as I'm here presenting this speech, I know that this is the best thing I could have ever done for myself. After switching to alternative learning environment, I became more social. I was going to school events and genuinely enjoying them. My teachers wanted to be there with their students, which in turn made me want to be there. And best of all, I was reaching out to people again and being happy to do so. I have way too many people to thank for supporting me when I was at my lowest points in life. So I will just say thank you to everybody who has supported me through these 4 years. Thank you for seeing it through with me until the very end. It's been a huge adventure for all of us. And not even just my friends and family, but for all of us seniors. To those who are graduating, your high school path may have been a slightly wavy road or a narrow path with twists and turns, or even a path with a couple holes in it. There were conflicts, confusion, highs, and lows. You may not have had the same friends you entered high school with, or be with the person you thought you were going to marry in freshman year. You might have even been like me and switched schools a few times before finding or coming to On Track. But despite all of the things that have been thrown at us, despite the country being divided due to COVID-19, despite us being separated during one of the most important times of our life, we all made it to graduation. And I could not be more proud to be a part of this graduating class with you all. Now keep marching forward on track and go create what's next.
Hi, I'm Grace Rodriguez. I go to On Track Academy and I'm a senior this year. As all of you know, not even a month after ringing in the 2020 New Year, COVID-19 arrived in the United States. By March, all 50 states had reported cases, and come March 16th, the state of Washington was under a stay-at-home order. For the class of 2020, this brought crushed dreams of movie-worthy prom nights, non-returnable $300+ dresses, and the realization that we may not even walk in front of our loved ones when we graduate. Personally, I held on to hope. But as days turned into weeks and weeks rolled into months, my hope dwindled out. I've been to 3 different proms, and for that I feel lucky, but I cannot help but feel discontent with the fact I'll never be able to look back at my senior prom. I'll never get to hear my family scream and cheer for me as I become the first grandchild to walk across the stage for a high school diploma. I've spent 72% of my life working towards a moment I will now never get, at least in its true form. Despite the lack of traditional ceremonies, I still did it. From almost dropping out sophomore year to pulling myself together and getting a full ride to my dream college, I did it. No virus can take that away from me, and it can't take it away from anyone else in the class of 2020. We did this, and we did it in an up-and-coming community, one that has made this achievement possible for us. I ask you to think about the significance of a wasted prom dress, the faded dreams of a prom night, and the lack of your traditional celebration. We have our whole lives and futures ahead of us now, and we can do anything that we want. For some of us are going to be leaving this community that needs our help and our love. Where will we bring our kids home to for Christmas if we've let our hometown dissolve into a wasteland? People are still dying, and local businesses are being forced to shut their doors for good due to COVID-19. Whole lives and livelihoods are being eradicated from the face of the earth, and that should be the focus. I encourage anyone graduating class of 2020, if they are going to throw themselves a pity party or an at-home prom and graduation, to shop local and to look into other ways that we can help this community that has helped us get to this point, the point in which our roads split off into 2 and we make some of the biggest decisions we'll ever make in our lives. Let's take care of our community so when this is all over, we have one to come back to.
Hey, seniors.
Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Hi friends.
Hi there.
Hey seniors, I miss you.
Hello, graduating class of 2020. How does that sound?
2020.
You guys, you're graduates. You did it.
First of all, I just want to say congratulations.
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 Congratulations, On Track class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You guys made it.
Congratulations for struggling and getting through all of this.
Even though it's not been your traditional graduation year, it's yours that's the most memorable of all.
Congratulations on making it through one of the strangest school years ever. I'm very proud of you and impressed with you.
I'm super proud of you. I hope you're proud of yourselves too.
If there's one thing I've learned during quarantine, class of 2020, it's that I miss you guys. I never thought there'd be a situation where I wouldn't be able to meet my students face to face. And I really miss that time. I miss seeing you in my office. I miss hearing your stories. I miss hearing about your struggles and your triumphs.
The one bit of advice that I would want to give you as you go forth, well, I'm a mom, I have lots of advice.
Advice for the class of 2020.
Here's my advice for you.
Wear pink whenever you get the chance, because people will notice you and it'll be a cool thing.
One thing this year, I'd say every day, take the time to appreciate the moments, find something to enjoy. Like on this rainy day, I don't have to water my tomatoes, and it's helping keep my corona hair in place.
There's always room for positivity and peace amidst the chaos and uncertainty. Even if it's not easy to find, you can create it yourself by taking a walk outside, having a nice cup of coffee, calling up a friend you haven't talked to for a long time. So savor those moments, and if you need to, create them for yourself.
In every season and chapter of our life brings opportunity. Even in the COVID era, there are opportunities. Like the old saying goes, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Make sure that you slow down. Take time to really appreciate the things around you. Take care of yourselves. Love the people in your life. And make sure that you do something really cool.
For myself and my family, we're dabbling in all kinds of things. Come on in. I've been messing with videos and reviewing barbecue sauce. Why? Why not?
So during quarantine, I was thinking, it's good for everybody to know how to play a musical instrument. It's a very fulfilling way to spend our time. So over quarantine, I got a $10 harmonica, $10 harmonica online course, and that's how I've been spending a lot of my quarantine time.
What are you guys gonna do to be creative and help your hearts during this time? Think about it and do something for yourself.
My little piece of advice to you is to live life to its fullest, because you never know when something's gonna come along and turn your world upside down.
Always cherish the time you spend with family, because you'll never get that time back.
During this pandemic, I've really begun to appreciate the importance of living each day to the fullest and controlling what I can control. Each day has meaning, whether that's a walk outside, reaching out to a friend, trying a new recipe, or really cherishing snuggling my new son, Ren. I encourage you to seek out meaning in your days as well.
The would-haves, should-haves, and could-haves will break your spirit. Focus on the things you can control, like say your pandemic hair color.
Advice for surviving quarantine. Get outside, be in nature. It'll save your marbles.
My best piece of advice for you, be sure to have lots of snacks at home.
Sure, you can put a car in a garage, but there's a lot of other cool things you can do in a garage too. Pandemic 2020 helped me realize that.
If you're excited about something, chase after it. Get deep into your obsessions. Explore what's out there. There's not just one thing for one person.
My advice is that you need to love what you do and do what you love. Through this whole COVID thing, I've realized I actually love what I do. I miss the connections with the people that I work with, and I miss the connections with you, the students. I guess what we're supposed to be reminded of through this whole COVID process is the connections with those people.
The thing that stood out to me the most during this closure has been how all the little interactions are really meaningful to me. Just catching someone's eye and smiling, or having that 20 seconds of harassing and laughing with somebody. All the little stuff. Turns out that is really important.
Don't take opportunities to see your friends for granted. I feel like that's something that I kind of did before all of this, but then being forced to not see my friends for 6 or 7 weeks in person, that was really hard for me. So I promise that I will not be as flaky as I used to be.
Enjoy each other and find ways to celebrate together. You're still young, you have a full life ahead of you, so find ways to enjoy and appreciate what there is.
Practice kindness and compassion. You don't know what the struggles are of those people that you meet, and life can be super tough. So assume the best of everyone, assume they're doing the best they can under their circumstances. And by the way, this applies to yourself. It's easy to be critical of yourself, but please allow for mistakes, because they're inevitable. They're going to happen as you grow and change and learn.
Never doubt yourself. You guys know yourselves better than anybody else knows you, and you have the confidence and the strength and the intelligence to get through this year and anything else you put in front of you. You can do it.
You guys made it. You made it through all of this. You guys are good with rolling with the punches,
You guys are so resilient.
You know, and fear will rear its ugly head every once in a while. And crises, they're gonna occur. But together, if we work together and show the best of ourselves, we will get through.
The lesson that I've learned is to remember to be really, really kind to yourself and to know that you are actually doing the very best that you can with the tools that you have right then. And so be kind to yourself, and then know that tomorrow you'll be able to try again, but you'll do even better because you'll have the lessons that you've learned from today.
One thing I've learned from this global pandemic is that it's important to make plans and be organized and to follow your routines. But it's just as important to be cool with change and to go with the flow. After this, you guys are more than capable of handling whatever curveballs life is going to throw at you.
I'm amazed at how everybody has been dealing pretty well with such an abrupt change and having to do online learning and not being able to see each other. And I just know that one thing in life that is definitely certain is going to be change. And so I think if you are able to be flexible, that you'll be able to deal well with the change.
One thing that really stuck out for me, for you guys, is it's a quote from Winston Churchill, and it says, "If you're going through hell, keep going." You guys did it.
We're living in a weird COVID-19 world right now. Later in your life, this will be one of those times you'll never forget. According to Forrest Gump,
I don't know if we each have a destiny,
or if we're just all floating around accidental-like on a breeze.
But I think maybe it's both.
Maybe both is happening at the same time.
I'm going to tell you a quote from Nelson Mandela, who said, "There's no passion to be found in playing small, in living a life that is less than what you are capable of living." So my advice for this quarantine guide is live your biggest life.
Life is always what you make it. It doesn't matter what your circumstances are. It does not matter what's going on around you. It doesn't matter with this coronavirus and all of that. This stuff's going to happen and all that's going to go on. So live the life that you dream of living. Live the life that you imagine that you want. Your rest of your life lies before you.
Think about this. Push. P-U-S-H. Prepare until something happens. Don't give up. Now you go out there and get it.
Only you can make your dreams come true. So go out and do it. Right, Sherman?
Best of luck to the class of 2020. You guys are gonna rock it. Come see us and let us know what you're up to. We're gonna miss you guys.
You're always part of the On Track family, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
We miss you. If there's anything you need, we won't be far away.
Congratulations again. Come back and see us, your family, and you always will be.
And lastly, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being the most awesome, most courageous individuals that you are. Best of luck in your future. The future really is bright. And thank you for being the blessing in my life.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You guys are awesome.
I'm so proud of you guys.
I'm proud of all of you. Congrats.
Congratulations. We love you.
So, with that, congratulations. You guys rock.
Congratulations, class of 2020. My name is Shelley Redinger, and I'm your school superintendent. We wish you the very best and wish we were together in person. Your graduations are one of my very favorites, with the lively music and the energetic crowd, and we're just so proud of all of you. Just know that we're rooting for you, we wish the very best for you, and that we will be here for you if you have questions as you start your next endeavors. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hi, I'm Jarrell Haynes, the president of the board of directors for Spokane Public Schools. I usually would be at your graduation in person to shake your hand, and I'm so sorry that we can't be together this year. But please know that I am so proud of each of you, and I can't wait to see all the good that you'll do. So many of us have heard it before. You can't do it, you're too far behind, it's too late, you'll never pull this off, or maybe even you're not strong enough. We've all been underestimated at some point in our lives, A lot of times, we started to believe it ourselves. At that point, things get low, and sometimes we feel like we could live in that space forever. We feel hopeless, discouraged, and that success is impossible. But in those moments, we often find something that defines us. When we're at the lowest points in our lives, that's where we find the last bit of strength that we possess, and we did what nobody thought we could do, maybe not even ourselves. We came back and we rose above what seemed impossible in the most unimaginable circumstances. When we continue to make it through difficulties, we build resiliency, and that's what you all did. Throughout your time in school, each one of you have had to build resiliency to make it to where you are right now, and I know it wasn't easy. You may not remember everything that you learned in class throughout school, but you will remember that you can succeed, even when the odds are stacked up against you, and you can hold on to knowing that no matter how far back you are, you're never too far behind to still find success. After you leave here, find your purpose and pursue it with all that you have in you. Walk in that purpose with relentless passion every day of your life, and always remember that you can make it through any and every obstacle in your way. Congratulations to the graduates of 2020 from On Track Academy.
Hi, I'm Spokane Public Schools Board Director Jenny Slagle. To the On Track Academy class of 2020, I know you've lost so much of your senior year experiences, but what I hope you look back on during this difficult time is the shared community you've gained with each other and those who support and love you. Congratulations on your tremendous achievement.
Hello, I'm Spokane Public Schools Board Director Kevin Morrison, and on behalf of the entire SPS Board of Directors and our community, I want to congratulate the On Track Academy class of 2020 on their achievement today. It is my hope that no matter what path your life takes from here, that you will look back at your time at the On Track Academy knowing that you have learned skills and met people that will help you succeed in whatever course you take in the coming months, years, and decades. Congratulations.
From the moment these students graced our doorsteps, we knew they would make history, and they are. Not just because of COVID-19 and all the sacrifices they are making, but because they are unique, caring, compassionate, and remarkable human beings. They've served our community in so many creative ways with so much energy and vigor. These On Track Academy graduates will not only make history, they will continue to make a difference in our world.
Hi, I'm Chris Burke, the assistant principal at On Track Academy. First, I would like to congratulate all of the graduating seniors in the class of 2020, as well as their parents, families, and loved ones. When I began thinking about topics for addressing the class of 2020, many themes came to mind quickly: perseverance, pride, and sacrifice for a few. You have endured so much in your educational experience to get to this point, and have overcome more in the last 4 months than the majority of students who have come before you. I'm sure that many of you feel that you've been cheated out of your senior year, and you're not wrong to feel that way. Some of you may have even felt a greater loss in recent times, the loss of a job, or even the compromised health of a loved one. And yet, you have made it here to graduation. You have completed this milestone in the face of adversity, and you should feel proud. But what I would really like to talk about at this graduation ceremony is gratitude. Simply put, gratitude is being thankful. It may seem odd to think about what we are thankful for in these challenging times, but recognizing and practicing gratitude increases happiness and can improve mental, physical, and relational well-being. There are many ways to cultivate gratitude. It can be as simple as reflecting on what you're thankful for, or verbally thanking someone who has helped you along your journey. It can extend to writing a note or a card, or going out of your way to do something nice for someone in return. I challenge you to take some time in the coming days to think about who has helped you to get here, to graduation, and ready for what's next in your life. Think about what and who you are grateful for, and consider acting on that gratitude. Personally, I have so much gratitude for the entire staff at On Track Academy and feel honored that we've had the opportunity to work with each one of our graduates. In uncertain times like these, we must consciously strive to be positive, optimistic, and hopeful, and practicing gratitude will help us down that path. Please be well, and congratulations to the On Track Academy class of 2020, students and families. Thank you all so much for letting On Track Academy be part of your journey.
So at this time, Superintendent Redinger and members of the school board, it is my pleasure to confirm to you that these students have met all the graduation requirements set forth by the Board of Directors of Spokane Public Schools and the state of Washington. I present to you the On Track Academy graduating class of 2020. Graduates, wherever you are watching this, from whether it's during June 6th at 7:30, our regular original graduation time, or if you're watching later, you may now turn your tassel. Look out, world. Here comes the On Track Academy class of 2020.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special